All right, welcome back to Edgenuity, Algebra 2B. This time we're going to be talking about unit circle. Let's get started. All right, so which value is sine theta equals -1? So understand that sine theta is basically the y value, okay? So you just need to look for which y value is -1, okay? And you determine that, okay, so this is my point that gives you y equals -1. And what's the degree in radians? It's going to be 3 pi over 2. Okay, so what is the value of cosine? So understand that cosine is the x value. Okay, so it's going to be 0.6. So 0.6 equals to 3 over 5. So pick the 3 over 5. So what is the value of sine theta in here? So sine theta is the y. Okay, so look for the y. So it's going to be 24 over 25. Okay, what about the tangent? So tangent, what you need to do is understand that tangent theta is y over x. So this is your x, this is your y. So all you need to do is put 1/2 over rad 3 over 2. Okay, so this is basically saying 1/2 divided by rad 3 over 2. Change the multiplication to, division to multiplication. So it's going to be 1/2 times 2 over rad 3. Okay, so go ahead and just multiply, just simplify the 2's. So this is going to give you 1 over rad 3, but you're going to have to rationalize this. So you have to make sure that you don't have any radicals in the denominator. So just multiply rad 3 over rad 3. So that's going to be rad 3 over 3. All right, so next one, the terminal side of an angle measured at pi over 6. So pi over 6, understand that if you change that to a degree, it's going to be 180 degrees divided by 6. So we have to draw a 30-degree reference angle. Okay, so 30 degrees. So this is your initial side. This is your terminal side. So this is going to be 30 degrees. So let's make a triangle out of this. Or I should say a right triangle. So let's label all 3 sides. Opposite is going to be 1. Adjacent is going to be radical 3. And then the hypotenuse is going to be 2. So let me use a different color here. X is basically x is the adjacent over hypotenuse, and the y is going to be opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so you pick the first one. All right, so on a unit circle, what about tangent? When is tangent undefined? So tangent, understand tangent is y over x. The only time you guys are going to see this undefined is when x equals to 0. When x equals to 0, this tangent theta is going to be undefined. Okay, so that gives you 2 different values for y. That gives that's when you will see x equals to 0. Y could be 1 and -1. So I'm going to show you guys this on the unit circle. Okay, so 2 different points. So first one is right here. Y equals to 1. X equals to 0. Y equals to 1. Another one's right here. X equals to 0. Y equals to -1. Okay, so what's the degree in degrees of these 2? This one is going to be pi over 2, and this one is going to be 3 pi over 2. Okay, if you want to know the degrees, this is basically saying 90 degrees. This one is 270 degrees. Okay, but this is going to be in radians, so pick that one. All right, so the radius of the circle below intersect. Okay, so basically this is what you do. you look at the 3/5 and the 4/5, you'll be able to draw a triangle out of this. So a triangle is going to be, look at the x. X is 3/5. So, and then y is 4/5. Okay, so understand that this is what you're going to do for x is going to be a 3, and the y is going to be a 4, and that's why you, and then your hypotenuse is going to be a 5. So this is the right triangle I'm drawing. Look at the triangle I'm drawing. It's kind of close to 60 degrees. Okay, so you're going to pick the 53.1. I'm simplifying this question so you don't have to use a different method or calculator to do it. Okay. All right, so which following is true of the values of x and y in the diagram below? Okay, so look at this. This is the information that we really need. So if I draw a triangle, okay, so understand that pi over 4 is 180 divided by 4, so it's going to be at 45 degrees. You're going to draw 45 degrees on the for the terminal side. Okay, label 45 degree right triangle. Okay, this is isosceles. So the ratio is going to be 1, 1, and radical 2. Okay, and we want to know which one is true. Okay, so y is y over 1 equals to 1. Y over x equals to 1 is true because this is my y and this is my x. Okay, so y is 1 and then x is 1. So 1 over 1 equals to 1. So pick that one. All right, so which of the following is true about this statement? I mean, the cosine 60 equals to sine 30. So I'm going to show you guys 60 degree and 30 degree angle. So for the 60 degree, this is what you draw. This is what you draw here. Okay, so this is a 60 degree. I'm going to label all three sides. Opposite is rad 3, adjacent is 1, hypotenuse is 2. I'm going to show you guys another one. Use a pink. So a 30 degree angle. It's going to look like this. Okay, opposite is 1, adjacent is rad 3, and then hypotenuse is 2. Okay, so if you look at it, cosine of 60 degrees is adjacent, which is 1 over 2. Okay, sine 30 degrees is basically opposite, which is 1 over hypotenuse 2. Okay, so that's pretty much telling you that the side opposite side of 30 degree angle is the same length as 60 degree angle for the adjacent side. Okay, so that's pretty much all you need to know. Okay, so what's the reference angle for 240 degrees? So this is what you do. We're going to do a little traveling. Okay, so this is your initial side, okay? And I'm going to travel. It's 90 degrees. That's 90. Got to go more, another 90, so it hits 180. So I need 60 more to get to 240. So this is where 240 is. Okay, so the reference angle, you can see it right now. It's 60 degrees for the reference angle. Okay, so which equation could be used to determine the reference angle? Okay, so this is what you need to do. This is pretty much given, but I'm gonna show you what this is about. Okay, so if I convert 7 pi over 12 to degrees, is going to be 105 degrees. Okay, so this is your initial side. To get to 105, you have to travel 90 and 15 more. Okay, so this is going to be how you're going to draw your terminal side. And something I didn't talk about on the previous slide is what is a reference angle? Reference angle is whenever you draw a terminal side, and form a triangle, drawing a line down, straight line down to the x-axis, and that central angle is going to be your your reference angle. Okay, so how do you find that in here? So you can just use, if I call this R is going to equal to 180 to subtract whatever the degree I'm traveling, 105, and here my reference angle is going to be 75 degrees. Okay, so you're going to use that formula also for the next question. Okay, so what about measure of 150? So this is the one that I have the initial side here. It's not very visible. This is my initial side here. And then you're going to travel 150. Okay, and determine what the reference angle is. Your reference angle is going to be a 30-degree angle. So how do you get to 30 degrees? Your reference angle is x equals to 30. Okay, so just pick the one of the followings that gives you 150. Okay, so you're going to use 180 to subtract 30. So that's how you get 150. So you're going to pick this one. All right, so which expression is equivalent to that? Okay, so first of all, I like to change that to degrees. So 7 pi over 6 is 210. So let me draw 210 on here. So this is initial side, and then 210, you're going to travel 180. This is 180 already, so I need 30 more to get to 210. Okay, so let me draw the terminal side. Okay, so my reference angle is 30 degrees. So this is talking about sine. So let me just label out all the length of all three sides. So it's going to be 1, negative radical 3, and 2. Okay, so sine 210 degrees is actually, sorry, this is negative 1, my bad. It's actually negative 1 over 2. There's going to be another expression that's equivalent to that. If you draw another triangle here, you're going to also get a negative 1, and the hypotenuse is 2 with the same 30-degree angles. Okay, and that's define the measure of this terminal side. Okay, so it's 30 degrees away from 360, so just subtract 360, it's going to be 330. 330, if you write it in radians, it's going to be 11 pi over 6. Okay, so pick this one, 11 pi over 6. Okay, so which of the following is best explains why cosine 2 pi over 3 is not equal to cosine 5 pi over 3. So first of all, let me draw the 2 pi over 3. So 2 pi over 3 is in degrees is going to be 120. Okay, so this is how 120 looks like with the reference angle 60. Okay, I'm going to label the adjacent sides because we're talking about the cosine. Okay, so cosine is going to be negative 1, hypotenuse is 2. Okay, now let's go over the 5 pi over 3. So 5 pi over 3 is equivalent to 300. Okay, so 300, when you draw it, it's going to be like this. It's also a 60-degree reference angle. And then the adjacent side is going to be 1. And then the hypotenuse is going to be 2. Okay, so look at this. Adjacent, one of them is negative, another one is positive. Okay, so cosine is negative in quadrant 2. Quadrant 2 is negative. In quadrant 4 is a positive. Okay, so pick that second choice. All right, so which of the following is true in location terminal side when sine value is 1/2? Okay, so sine equals to 1/2. So these are the two different values for 1/2. Let's do one in red. So if I have 1/2, understand that 1/2 is basically saying that opposite over adjacent. Sorry, yeah. So opposite is 1, and then hypotenuse is 2. That's 1/2. Okay, this is a 30-degree angle, or you can call it the 30-degree reference angle. There's another one that's similar to this that has the same value of 1/2, is this one right here. 1 and then 2. Okay, the reference angle is also 30 degrees. One is going to be in quadrant 1, another one is going to be in quadrant 2. Okay, so pick this one. All right, so that's it for this quiz. There's a lot to go over, but I just want to simplify the quiz for you guys. That's why I'm skipping a lot of understanding in between. But good luck on the quiz.